It's old-time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way. You play like Gordie Howe or Eddie fucking Shore. We can't all be Gretzky, some news or Bobby Orr's. Hey!
4-3 in the third, Vancouver scored 2 goals in less than a minute and a half. Off the giveaway here, Petr Nedved beats Van Beesbrook for the game winner. The Canucks beat the Rangers for the first time in 5 years.
To say that the 1990 draft was stacked is an understatement. First-round selections like Owen Nolan, Keith Primeau, Jaromir Jagr, Trevor Kidd, Martin Brodeur, and Keith Tkachuk, as well as notable second-rounders and third-rounders like Doug Weight, Jeff Sanderson, and Slava Kozlov, and late-round steals such as Sergei Zubov and Peter Bondra. We all know Owen Nolan went first overall, Jaromir Jagr slipped to 5th spot, and Martin Brodeur was picked in the 20th position, meaning that 19 other teams could have had his services for his career instead of New Jersey. But who went number 2? Whatever happened to Petr Nedved? Nedved was born in Czechoslovakia, but decided to leave in January of 1989 at the age of 17 after playing in the International Midget Hockey Tournament in Calgary. Nedved was the star of the tournament, putting in 17 goals and 9 assists. He decided to defect to Canada because of the limited opportunities in Czechoslovakia under communist rule. He would play the 89-90 season for the Seattle Thunderbirds of the Western Hockey League. In 71 games, he would score 65 goals and 80 assists for 145 points. It was no surprise that NHL scouts were high on Nedved, as he was taken second overall in the 1990 draft by the Vancouver Canucks. Nedved would jump straight to the NHL the following season, playing in 61 games, but only limited to 10 goals and 16 points. Nedved would have another slow year during 91-92, playing 77 games and only scoring 37 points. In 92-93, Nedved would have his best season with Vancouver, playing in 84 games and scoring 71 points. During the 93-94 season, he became a holdout in a contract dispute with the Canucks, which resulted in him missing most of the season. But during this time, he obtained his Canadian citizenship and represented Canada in the 94 Olympics, winning a silver medal. He was traded to the Blues, where he finished out the season, scoring 20 points in just 19 games. During the 94-95 lockout year, he was dealt to the Rangers and potted 23 points in 46 games. During the 95-96 season, Nedved was on the move again. This time he would land in Pittsburgh, where he would have his best 2 seasons of his career. During that first season with the Penguins, he would play 80 games, score 45 goals, 54 assists for a career high of 99 points. It would be the first and only time he would score more than 40 goals in a season. The following year would see his numbers drop a little bit, but still maintain 71 points in 74 games. After that, he was locked in another contract dispute with the Pittsburgh Penguins, which would force him to only play a handful of games in the Czech Republic and International Hockey League during the entire 97-98 season. The situation would finally resolve itself during the 98-99 season, where he was traded back to the New York Rangers and signed a contract for considerably less than what he was offered by Pittsburgh. He would spend the majority of 6 seasons in New York, his most stable in his career, where he put together solid point production. During the 03-04 trade deadline, he was sent to the Edmonton Oilers. At the end of the 03-04 season, he was a free agent and signed with the Phoenix Coyotes. And then the 04-05 lockout happened, where he went back to the Czech Republic to play in the Czech League. He would play a disappointing season for Phoenix upon returning to the NHL for the 05-06 season. He was dealt to the Philadelphia Flyers, where his point production dwindled. He would spend only parts of 2 seasons in Philadelphia before being dealt back to the Edmonton Oilers during the 06-07 season, where he would finish out his NHL career playing in 19 games, scoring 1 goal and 4 assists. Nedved would then go back to the Czech Republic, where he would play in the Czech League to finish out his career all the way up until 2013-14 season. Petr Nedved did miss out on the majority of his prime playing time because of contract disputes and holdouts. But in total, he would play 982 career games, score 310 goals, 407 assists for 717 points. He has a World Championship bronze medal with the Czech Republic that he won in 2012, as well as an Olympic silver medal for Canada that he won in 1994. Nedved was briefly married to Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Veronika Verkova back in 2004. They did separate in 2006. Since then, he seems to have a taste for swimsuit models, as he's exclusively dated them since then.
I do like the ladies, you know. I do like them. I like them and they like me.
Since 2018, he has served as general manager for the Czech Republic during international play and has represented them at the World Championships and at the Olympic Games. Does Petr Nedved deserve a shot at the Hockey Hall of Fame? I would say that his reputation around the league was tarnished due to multiple contract holdouts. And despite his point production, which was fairly decent, and the fact that he was almost a 1,000-game player, still probably wouldn't be enough to overcome his bad reputation in the league, thus more likely preventing him from being inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame.
It's old time hockey.